All right, today we're going to unpack the symbolism of a single flower that, believe it or not, holds an entire universe of meaning in Indian tradition. We're talking about the lotus, or as it's known, the Padma.
So you might be thinking, okay, it's a beautiful flower, but why is it so sacred, right? You see it everywhere, in ponds, in art, in temples. How can a simple plant hold so much spiritual power? It's a great question. Well, here's the thing. In Hindu tradition, the lotus is so much more than just a pretty decoration. You can actually think of it as a guide, kind of like a blueprint for how to live a meaningful life. And understanding it, well, it might just change how you see things. So, let's start with the most fundamental, most powerful idea that the lotus represents. And it all begins in a place you really wouldn't expect. I mean, just picture it for a second. The lotus is rooted deep in murky, muddy water. But when it finally blooms, its petals are absolutely pristine, completely untouched by all that dirt. It just doesn't absorb the grime. And that is the core symbol of purity. This incredible ability to navigate a challenging, messy world without letting it stain who you are. And this is just a brilliant metaphor for us, isn't it? The lotus is this constant, beautiful reminder that your circumstances, the mud in your life, they don't have to define your potential. You can always, always rise above it. But the symbolism doesn't stop there, not by a long shot. The lotus is woven directly into the fabric of Hindu cosmology, connecting it to the very creation of the universe itself. Yeah, this connection to the divine runs deep. Take Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance and prosperity. She's almost always shown seated on a lotus, which symbolizes that true wealth and abundance grow from a place of purity. And then there's the creation story, where Brahma, the creator god, is said to have emerged from a lotus that grew right from the navel of Vishnu. I mean, wow. So you see, we are way past this being just a flower. It's a symbol of divine origin, the unfolding of the entire universe, and the perfect order and balance that holds everything together. Now, this brings us to something deeply personal, the spiritual journey. In traditions like yoga and meditation, the lotus isn't just some external symbol. It's an internal process that happens within you. The way the lotus grows is a perfect metaphor for our own spiritual development. Think about it. The mud represents our starting point. Those lower states of awareness, maybe when we're a bit confused. The journey up through the water is the path of growth and learning. And finally, breaking the surface and blooming into the light, well, that's achieving enlightenment, a state of wisdom, clarity, and peace, where each petal unfolds as you gain more understanding. So, we've covered purity, the divine, and enlightenment. But all of this leads to one final essential destination, you. Let's make this real. Let's bring all this ancient symbolism right into your life right now. What's the practical takeaway from the path of the Padma? First things first, remember the mud. Whatever challenges or negativity you're facing, they're just the starting point. They're the soil you can grow from, not a cage that's meant to hold you back. And second, your transformation comes from inside. The lotus doesn't wait for the water to become clear. That push towards the light, that drive to bloom, that is an internal force. Your power is your own. And all of that brings us right here. The next time you see a lotus, I want you to remember that you carry that exact same potential inside you. The potential to rise through any difficulty, to stay true to yourself, and to unfold into your fullest, most beautiful form. So, I'll just leave you with this thought. The path of the lotus is a path of transformation. We all have some mud in our lives. So the real question is, what mud will you choose to rise from?